Buonasera. Whoa, what was that? Good evening. Welcome, everybody, to Fate's Grip. We are live, and we are ready to rock with Rook on the way. Rock with Rook is on the way.
He doesn't know we're live.
Oh, that's okay. That's all right. We I think I might go a little bit lower
We're
here.
live.
No, I can't go lower. That's okay. So, hopefully everybody is well for another Tuesday. We're back, and hey, I actually couldn't see you there.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so the cameras are sort of not pointing in that direction.
I'll drop all my profanity in that area. All my middle fingers to you.
Although, that way. That's it. Nice.
Oh my god, you guys
Beautiful.
are so close to each other.
It's
so
a
cute.
beautiful thing.
It's about time.
It's warm.
Yeah, right.
I guess I'll start off with an apology from last week. I know we had a few hiccups, and there were like 3 different clips of our stream. So apologies about that. Good. As well as that, I wanted to do a shout out. This is for a guy on Twitter called @NerdDadMaps, and he was very kind enough to shout us out as a reply to a post just recommending or asking to recommend some streams or some podcasts, and he said, not mine, but Fate's Group has an amazing stream you all need to check out immediately now, please and thank you. So super nice, very kind.
Thank you. Thank you to Ben's dad.
Not my dad. Someone else's dad.
I'm sure he's someone else's dad. Yeah, exactly right. So
I feel like he's from Last Nodes on Earth. I could be wrong.
he could be. If you are, but if you're not, that's also fine, and we appreciate it.
How to get everything wrong with Amara.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a book out.
Sorry, just
There's an echo.
Every time.
It's a beautiful. It's great. So that's my shout out, as well as just thank you everybody who over the last week has been kind enough to follow us on Twitter and checked us out on.
We're 2 off 1100 right now.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Thank you so much, and it just keeps growing. So we're super grateful, and that's me. So what else does everyone else want to talk about? If anything.
Yeah, YouTube channel. Check it out. Lots of good tech content on there. We're up to our 40. No, are we breaking 50?
This is the last episode before episode 50.
Shout out to Aeoncraft, who just subscribed again for a 4th month in a row.
Hey,
Thank you very much.
Hey, man.
Hey,
appreciate it.
Aeoncraft.
Thank you, man. Welcome, and thank you very much. Much appreciated.
I feel like there was someone I wanted to shout out, but it is gone. Oh, no! There is someone I want to shout out, who I've been having conversations with over, just casual, connection conversations with over the last week or so. This is Banshee Workshop on Instagram, not on Twitter. Banshee Workshop is based in the Gold Coast in Queensland, and they make dice. They make custom commission-based dice and dice trays, accessories, all of that sort of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
As a resident dice goblin, that is one of my favorite things in the entire world. Super nice person, updating their shop at the moment. You can follow them at Banshee Workshop, or you can go to their Etsy store and buy some dice. If you are a dice maker yourself, they also do dice trades. So you can trade dice with each other, which is really cool.
That's amazing. Yeah, cool. Thank you. It's not too many dice tray makers around in Australia.
No, Mithril Dice has just started making trays as well.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, Mithril Dice and Banshee Workshop are 2 really good Brisbane-based dice makers and dice tray makers.
Yeah, amazing.
Also branch out into jewelry as well, so you can get
nice.
little D20s and earrings and keychains and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Fairly sure Aeoncraft also had keychainy type of things. I'd have to check that out again, but I would then verify. Or you can do that as well, Aeoncraft. Please share your expertise with us too.
Also, NVCDM just gifted a sub to Eldridge Sky Gaming. So welcome Eldridge Sky Gaming.
Welcome.
And welcome back, NVCDM.
NVCDM, super kind of you. Thank you. And Eldridge, what? Eldridge
Sky Gaming.
Sky Gaming. Yeah, thank you so much for checking us out, and hopefully you enjoy the session.
Thanks for being here. There's a conversation about Toy Story going on in the chat.
Beautiful. I love it.
Look relevant.
It is.
But Eldridge
We're all
Sky
just pawns in some kid's
Gaming
imagination.
is actually based in California.
Oh my
so
gosh.
like ridiculous time zone happening right now. Holy fuck! There's a hype train that's happening right
Oh,
now.
what?
Sleona just gifted 2 tier 1 subs
Sleona.
to the community. I got one of them, which is great because my subscription ended today. So thank you. So super cool.
Thank you. Slater, you are amazing. Thank you very much. And hi.
Yeah, wow.
From Norway.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
thank you so much.
Thank you for
guys.
coming to watch us die. It's been good.
Imagine that.
Okay.
Yo, don't
Oh,
even
you
wreck with me.
Beautiful. Let's keep that hype going. And
We're level 2 hype train at the moment, so if you would like to continue the hype train, you can sub, gift, or use bits.
yeah,
Yeah, what do we need to do to continue?
I think
exactly
it's
what you
it's
just
all
said.
up to them.
What's
Yeah.
a bit?
It's less than a lot.
What's a
I think the bits of the boys that you put in the text.
Yes.
I'm gonna call that a bit.
As you can see, we are amateurs.
They're little. So if you all have the Twitch chat open, you can see that a user by the name of Sheldon
Sheldon.
just dropped
Sheldon.
a bunch of little bits.
Mhm.
They are bits.
My chat doesn't work.
You may drop those bits.
Thank you. Okay, well, I think everybody everyone in chat is pretty keen to know what the 5 are going to be sort of up to.
Nothing
I'm
important.
not
Nothing
keen
important.
for-
Okay, that's cool. No,
Just chilling,
please keep
maxing,
watching.
relaxing, shooting some b-ball.
This session title just sounds really positive, so I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I think so. Well,
Fresh Prince is cool.
the Fresh Prince. Let's dive in to episode 49. Can you believe it? 49.
I know.
Ridiculous.
49, you look fine.
Dealt hand.
Hey,
So yes,
level 11.
and level 11,
yeah, level
everybody.
11!
Yeah.
forgot
Now,
about
out
that.
of curiosity, just before we do start, who here looked at new stuff that they can do over the last week? Spells and
Well, I get
such.
a new stuff every time I level up. 'cause
Fair.
I'm a wizard, but I'm writing some stuff down.
Good stuff. Good. All right. Let's.
I can go invisible.
You can.
Yes.
Oh wow! It's a spell or is it
No,
an
it's
ability?
a cloak of shadows.
Okay.
So I can use an action to become one with the shadows, and I am considered invisible. It does not have a time limit to it. It is just until I attack or until I am in bright light.
What if someone attacks you?
Well, I'm invisible, so they can try.
Oh, fair. Boom. All right. Well, with that new found power of Amara the monk, we're going to recap and recap episode 48, which was Trapped. So, let me just make this a little bit more. Last we left off with the 5. You had finished dealing killing blows to Driders, which are magical beings that are creatures that have been punished by Lolth, the queen of the drow, who did not perform the tasks set by her and the challenges that they had been asked of, and they had been turned into these wicked creatures of unintelligence but ferocity, and you felled 2 of them. You healed, discussed your journey forth, and decided to tie up Valsa, the drow, your prisoner,
Don't remind me, please.
in a wicked web, to attempt to have him lead you into the remaining tunnels and secrets that these halls of the Maror Holds possess, before finding yourselves through these tunnels into a cavern where weird looking pools of liquid that held eggs of these dried up were warm and almost ready to hatch. You also found a guild, or guild members called the Old Collective, that were consisting of some Verdant and a halfling and a gnome. Just Verdant and halfling, that described to you their circumstances of being trapped there, and that they were looking for a particular face of Pos, which was, unbeknownst to you, a protector of some kind of the Moral Holds, that the dwarves kept, that was originally a traveller that helped them and became known as this magical being. And you helped this Old Collective group free and escape, using Malestra's large golem to climb and unhook their bindings of web as well. They escaped. As you ventured even further in the tunnels, you came across this large pit, the golem leading you to this point, and one by one you decided to jump through this blackness. Your feather tokens that you had gained from Shan during or just before the aerial jousting tournament not working. And you fell further and further. And Gunnar, you surmised that you had fallen for miles and miles. But suddenly, they worked. These tokens slowed your fall and landed you quite firmly but calmly on the ground, all but Valsa, who met his untimely demise and cracked his body onto large stone steps that led upward in an endless staircase with this grey purplish smog surrounding you. And one by one, as you landed, looking around to see what this new place was, you were greeted by a white, pearlescent skinned woman with a dress the same smokiness as the air around you, and with these white eyes came up to you and greeted you, and immediately brought you power in yourselves, and you felt yourself strengthened as you gained more skills and spells from her boon. She introduced herself as Lolth, the mistress of drow herself, before you. And that's where we left off. So she has her hands clasped and just relaxed, in a relaxed pose in front of her, her legs evenly apart. Her face is like an beautiful, perfectly oval in shape that ends with a small, thin chin. This beautiful pink blush on her cheeks, her high cheekbones giving her almost an unfathomable royal look about her. Her eyelashes, eyebrows, each hair on her head, perfection, without fault or flaw. You can see that this billowing, smoky dress goes past her knees, and you can see only barely a very, very slender ankle and calf showing. And this, looking down briefly at it, has strength in each muscle. Her arms are slightly exposed as well. Her forearms just show a little bit through this smoky sleeve. And again, you can see that there's sinew there. One of power, raw physical power, but her then hands and fingers are untouched by wear. Her hair is black and grey and ends high in a bun. And if it were to be undone, it would unravel into this beautiful sheen blackness that has no end, with like you would look up into space and see stars. You have passed my test. I hope that you enjoy the gift I have given you. And there is more, much more, that I can offer. Should you only agree. Amara, and she looks just beside you and she says, and Sanari, you are of Ilyanar. I welcome you. And Char, I have watched you. I am very impressed by your power for one so young. Rook of Onatar, a name that is old, that I have not heard in some time. You have his gift. Malestra of the 12 of House Kenneth. The one that I am most excited about, Thulra of Ada. His presence is strong in you. Tell me, why is it that you seek Tel Nakel and the Mother Matron?
We seek to end the hold that she's cast on the dwarves and the poison she presents to the land.
Can I ask a question? Without a test, if you've been watching us, you would already know that.
It was a test. I would like to see if around me you present to be true to yourselves or seek to hide behind lies. You do not need to fear me. You do not need to submit or to worship me. Why would I even try? And she turns slightly towards the ground and looks at just the stone that you're on. She looks back up. The fall was a test that you have passed, brave as you are. There is danger ahead, and I am here as a simple warning. To offer something in return for a favor I ask, should you choose to accept.
I fear as though we may be at a disadvantage. You say that you test us, but you offer some support.
Many test great heroes. Test their loyalty, their power, their trust. If you have heard stories of me, you would know I am one to challenge others of my kind.
So you do not then support us like our already patrons you know of. One of our guides as well. Doesn't test.
Really? How long has it been since you've spoken to Onata?
Only moments.
I have come to you because other gods have fallen silent or have ignored the direness of the situation at hand. Even now, I sense Onatar is far away, as is Ilyanar.
I don't have a god.
That is true, Jar. You are without faith.
Maybe you should test her.
He actually laughs at that.
You can
I
see.
do have one test.
What is this?
A question. That's all.
And she nods and smirks. And as she does smile ever so slightly, for the first time, I need everyone to make a charisma saving throw, please.
Am I, question, as I roll this, am I still considered frightened and on my knees?
Yes.
Is she considered grappled by me?
No. It's a little bit more that way. Sorry. Roll.
Oh, yeah.
You said charisma?
Yeah.
Charisma saving
Can you,
throw.
Preston, can you move over?
Apologies.
Last time I was too far, that's why I sat closer this way. Sorry.
No, that's perfect. No, you're fine.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Wait, charisma?
Charisma saving throw.
No.
Yeah.
Might use a little one this time.
Alright.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
18. He's like, fail!
What'd you get, Rook?
11 to 10.
Oh, got it.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was like, which is it?
Amara?
I rolled a 1.
A 1? Cool. And
Yeah, it explodes.
Thorum?
17.
A 17? Okay.
Fails.
I rolled a nat 1 and I have no modifier.
Rook and Amara, you suddenly see Lolth, the Queen of the Drow, in front of you as not a danger.
That's scary.
And you're no longer frightened, but
Hell yeah.
you don't consider her a threat, nor a danger, nor even a caution. You in fact see her as a friend. Yes.
Do I notice a sudden change in their demeanour?
Make a perception check. Depending on what they do.
Where's my D20? I was in that one.
That one.
She's real pretty.
Your attempt to shake off whatever magical effect, subtle as it is, that was trying to entice you, just took you off guard, took you off target a little bit, and you didn't notice their reaction. No.
Should I roll for keeps?
Yeah, could you do that for me?
Oh no. Why have you said that?
So I just wanna,
Let him forget.
No, I want to see what this is.
Oh, great.
Hang on, sorry, I gotta find his stats.
No, you take your time. That's good. Malestra, however, doesn't seem to be affected, Thorum. You look over to her and you notice that she still has a very guarded expression and a closed body, folded arms, looking at her suspiciously, but silent.
So I'm going to speak up and say, Lolth, you make no mention of Ada. You know he's here with us now. Why don't you challenge him directly?
I seek no challenge from anyone, loyal Thor. What makes you think I am here to challenge?
Just said you're the one who challenges others.
What'd you get?
For keeps?
Okay. Alrighty.